year's national champion, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Illinois will kick it off to get us underway. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Golden Gophers offense takes the field for the first time today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The Golden Gophers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Looking to throw on first down. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Guys, let's talk just for a minute about Minnesota. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You still got to deal, you still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead, potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or two conference games and get yourself out of the mix here right at the end when you're so close to the finish line.
This is either complete confidence or a hint of recklessness. Opening drive, fourth down, own territory, going for it. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended, turning it on. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
And the Golden Gophers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Couldn't really get started there. Pick up of 1 to the 35. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
So the Illinois Fighting Illini now go on offense, and they'll have it for the first time. they are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Quarterback empties his backfield. To the air on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long.
Oh, he's got some space. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Golden Gophers in the hurry-up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fourth down and 10, and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his tight end.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in a slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Dixon. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Dixon. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. His coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Going to sling it on second down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Russell. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it in more than enough for a first down.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Grab near the marker. It's Davidson. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. And the Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Absolute shank. Missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. The Illinois offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Makes the grab. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop there. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Handoff from the gun. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Golden Gopher!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They get set for the point after as we have the 1st score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Maryland sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in College Park. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. Regardless of the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Punt in the backfield, it's Ford. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Throws for the tight end. He's got it. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Turns it loose. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation. And now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Illinois puts it in play from the red zone. Looking for a gap. It's 4. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll do it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Illini!
Momentum is such a real thing in college football. And scoring that touchdown here in this 2-minute situation at the end of the half is massive for them. It's going to help their confidence going in at halftime. If they're able to get this extra point and tie this thing up, watch out for them in the second half.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. Defender gets a little too aggressive there, and this offense gets some free yardage. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Russell. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Caught near the sticks. It's Russell. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Wants to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Finds his man. It's Russell. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets the first himself. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there in Minneapolis. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Huntington Bank Stadium.
We're all locked up here in the 3rd quarter as he's set to kick it away. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Second down, he'll throw it. Complete in the middle. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Breaks the tackle. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Illinois hoping to pop the cork on this red zone trip. To the air on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The Illini started this drive deep in their own end, but now starting to generate some momentum. Charges ahead. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires and picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And you don't see this very often, the big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
They'll go to the ground. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up the short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here.
Turning it on! All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll give it to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play-action fake. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Still in their own territory, they'll go for it on 4th and long from their own 42. Catch in the middle, it's Glenn. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this.
Intercepted for the 11th time. Made a defender miss.